Hi, I'm Musni, and in this video, I'm going to tell you about screening interview or the second assessment that will be conducted on week 8. Okay, so there are many types of interviews, and screening interview is one of them. And in this video, I'm going to tell you some general guidelines of the screening interview, which is also the second assessment for LCC502, and also some sample questions, and also handling difficult questions, tips in handling difficult questions, and also and also about practicing. Yeah, you will have this week to practice for the second assessment, and also where you can access and also upload your practice. Okay, the second assessment or the screening interview will be recorded. I will tell you more about the second assessment, but first, what is the screening interview? It is an interview that shortlists candidates for the second stage, okay, or it is also the selection interview by the human resource or the hiring manager. Okay, in the first assessment, you have done your cover letter and also your resume. You have submitted the first assessment. So the screening interview, the screening interview can be done online via Zoom or face to face. Okay, and there are several forms of the screening interview, but the important thing is preparing for the screening interview. Yeah, so these are some of the sample questions. Okay, I will show you more after this, but these are some of the sample questions in the screening interview. All right. So this is another sample questions for the screening interview. And for screening interview, the questions in the screening interview can be open-ended question like this one. Okay. Describe a time when you have to be flexible in planning your work schedule. Okay. And also the questions for the screening interview would be slightly different from one candidate to another, particularly for assessment 2, because your lecturers have your resume and your cover letter. So different student or different candidate would be applying for a slightly different post, even though you are from the same faculty, but you might be applying for a different post. And also you would have different your resume would be different, like your work experience, your education background might be similar, but your work experience or your passion, skills. So the interviewer might look at your resume and ask different questions based on your resume. So WH questions can be, like what type of things or situations that made you angry. Okay, why should we employ you when they are educated? What makes you the best candidate? Okay, and also these are the WH questions. All right. Next is you might be tested, by the hiring manager by asking irrelevant questions. Okay, like do you pray regularly? Okay, it can be on sensitive issue, just to provoke or just to see how you would respond to it. Well, you can answer it in a humorous way, like, yes, I do pray regularly. Instead, I'm also praying right now because I'm so nervous, So the important thing is to smile, remain calm, or the interviewer might just say, oh, what are you doing tonight? Then you might want to shift or change the topic a bit by saying that, oh, I maintain a good professional work ethics, but If it's like work-based and I have to go out with my colleagues, like for futsal or, uh, office activities, like movie night, I would love to go, So it shows that you are a good sport, or you are, but you can change the topic or you can refuse to answer, but that shows your attitude. It's just how you answer difficult and irrelevant questions. Okay. Um, so next, I'm going to go to the assessment, the second assessment. Yeah. So I'm going to share you the task sheet. The screening interview will be conducted on week 8. All right. And after you come back from your mid-semester. Okay, so this is the cover page. Okay, looks like this, yeah, for the students. The assessment is due in week 8. It will be conducted on week 8. And this is the task. Receive an email from the hiring manager of the company that you've applied for in your resume and in your cover letter. Okay, so they have provided you questions to answer as part of the pre-recorded screening interview. So this is how the second assessment is going to be conducted. Okay, so your task is to answer all 4 questions. Out of 4, there will be 2 personal questions and 2 related to the job. Okay, so respond to the questions in 1 video. The video should be between 4 to 5 minutes long. Okay, so this is the division. The method of submission for my classes, you will submit on YouFuture. All right. Okay. So if you make the method of submission, it's just like the resume, yeah, the resume and the cover letter. If you go to YouFuture, for each group, let's say this group, yeah, 3A, you go to I discuss. So I've created a folder here. Okay, I've created I discuss so that you can all right, submit. There you go. So you can just submit. You have submitted your cover letter with 5, right? So this is week 3. We did the resume and cover letter draft. Week 5, we've done the actual assessment 1. Week 6 this week is the screening interview practice. Okay, so you practice and you have the question here, you have the task here. Okay, and this is the division marks for the task. It is an individual, it is also an individual task. Okay, and try to be calm and spontaneous. Okay, don't take the video so many times. Try to make it look perfect, because in a real screening interview, you have to appear natural. Okay, so that's for the YouFuture, and also some points, yeah, on the some points on responding to the questions. Okay, let's say the interviewer asks you about your availability, when would you be available to join us? Okay, then your immediate answer should be yes, because the moment you answer no, you'll be eliminated for further considerations. So the employers ask these questions, yeah, to see how serious you are. Okay, and mm, and on salary expectation, uh, you can answer by saying that you are open and you are willing to accept what is considered to be appropriate by the interviewer. Okay, but um, if the interviewer still insists on a figure, then you must know the market figure so that you wouldn't give a figure below than what you actually worth. Okay, so you can say, I'm thinking within the range of certain figure like 3,000 to 3,005. So you must know the market figure. Okay, so the question, okay, I'm going to share with you some of the ways to answer. Yeah. Uh, for example, the question on why do you want to work for us? Okay, so the interview wants to know the reasons. Okay, that why you target on that particular company, and what is it that appeals to you? Okay, so for this question, this is a job related question. It's not a personal question. Yeah, there will be two questions, personal question, and two questions which are job related. So you got to do a research on the company so that you can answer this question on what appeals, what is it about the company that appeals to you to apply for a job, for the job. Okay, how do you do this? You can visit the company's website and be informed. I mean, you are aware about the prospect of working for the company, especially in growing your career. All right, simple question. Tell me about yourself. Okay, this is a tricky question that you might get the wrong impression to talk about whatever you want. But for this question, you must inform the hiring manager that, what makes you the best candidate. So this can be examples of how you can use your knowledge, your skills, your experience to show that you are well suited for the job. Okay, you are the best candidate. This is also applies to the question on why should I hire you. Okay, if you feel that you are the best candidate, be comfortable to say so. Okay, that give examples to show you are an excellent candidate. So and another question would be another WH question. Yeah, how has your education in UiTM prepared you for your career? Okay, so this is where you need to focus on um, transferable skills, the subjects that you have taken, okay, in the course of your study. Give examples how your education background and also the practical applications during your internship. Okay, for example, yeah, you can say that. For example, I played a lead role in my class project where my team and I, we gathered and we analyzed best practice data from this industry. Okay, so, and also um, on open-ended question, are you a team player? If you simply answer yes, it doesn't really suggest, it doesn't really say much about your response, but you need to provide specific example, okay, by giving opportunities. Say example, how in a group assignment or a project that you show your strength as a leader, as a manager, how you plan the the task, okay, the assignment, how you delegate works among your team members. All right. Another tricky question, yeah, could be, have you had any conflict with your friend, with your classmates or your colleague? How 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 would you resolve that? Well, you see, at the workplace, it's normal to have conflict with friends or colleagues. Okay, if you answer no, it is as if you are avoiding the situation or you are not being truthful, because it is impossible to get along with everybody. So so you have to take some time, okay, to consider, and then take some time to respond, and then you would say that how you seek a collaborative solution and how you consider the viewpoints of other group members or co-workers that could be conflicting from your views, okay, and how you are able to look from other people's perspective. Okay, I'm going to show you the link, and I'm going to share you the link. Yeah, I'm going to show you some questions. Yeah. I have come up with a Google link drive. Okay, if you check here, yeah, if you check here, I'll give you the Google link drive. Okay, in the class WhatsApp group, and you can check. This is for SR students, AM 266, 22638, 2385G, and 2265A. Okay, you can check your name, and you can check the personal question and the job related questions. So each name has been assigned to one personal question and one job related question. Since this is just a practice, I gave one personal question and one job related questions. So in your practice video, you check your name, look up for your name, and then these are the questions that you're going to respond in your practice video. All right. In your the real video, okay, on week 8, I'm going to give you two questions, two personal questions, and two questions related to the job. And the video should be about 45 minutes. But since there are only two questions here, so in this case, your response should be about maximum 3 minutes, 2 to 3 minutes. So you work on the video and then upload on your future. And during the semester break, I will respond. And when you come back on week 7, okay, you're going to get some feedback from me. And you might want to practice on a few more questions so that you are comfortable with different types of questions. And then, or if you want to ask me on certain questions that you're not so sure how to respond to these questions. All right. Well, you can ask ChatGPT, but it might be a long response, okay? And it's not authentic, it's not you, okay? It's not natural. So try to respond, something that reflects you, okay? And practice responding to several questions, but the questions assigned according to your name. So these are the questions that you are going to respond to in your practice video. If you have further questions, or if you are unclear, about how to go about, where to start, then just message me or you can send a message in the class WhatsApp group, okay? Because you are not alone. Some of your friends might be having the same questions. All right, thank you, everybody. I look forward. Thank you for your time and your attention. I look forward to, to watch your videos.